Hello, this is Pamela Sylvan, Mojo Maker, back again with another hot Mojo tip. Today, let's talk about something that continues to somehow elude us, especially when we're in the planning stages, especially at this time of the year, right? We just had a brand spanking new year visit us, and everyone's busy throwing things down on paper and in their journals and even starting to execute. Many people are out there in the beginning stages of climbing to their goals and aspirations. And the funny thing about it though, a lot of that execution that people are doing is still the process of getting ready. Reading, engaging in courses, and all of these other types of doing this. Nothing wrong with that. You know, it's called that we are to improve ourselves and continuously improve our knowledge and grow our wisdom. But the problem is, for some reason, we forget that there's more to the process than getting ready. Getting ready in itself has become an epidemic for people. You know, for years I've been getting ready to do the thing I wanted to do. And until one day, this was years ago, when my brother pointed out to me, I was excitedly telling him about some new information I had come across and I had read, and just even reading out some of what I had learned. And I love that feeling, those aha moments you get when you read somebody else's work or words. And after he finished listening to me for a while, he said to me, "That's great, but when are you going to stop reading and start doing what the thing says to do?" And it was such a huge moment for me. First of all, I was really pissed off because he had put a major truth in front of me. And secondly, that I had been sort of fooling myself, because even though it's a great thing to prepare, it's really detrimental that we don't find ourselves stuck in that place. We have become perpetually in that place of getting ready. Readiness and getting ready is our reason why we still haven't started to move into our goals. And when we get stuck, we feel as if, well, we don't know what to do. It's a good reason not to begin, and we use the word stuck. I'm stuck. And stuck just means that you know that there's action to take. You may not know what it is, but there is action. You feel it, and you can't make your next move. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you're scared. You're afraid to choose. You're afraid to even make the move that you know you need to make, because one, it may not be like you thought it was going to be. Our fantasies are always better in our head as opposed to in front of us in the doing-ness stage. And others just want someone to hold their hand, and nothing wrong with that. That's why we have mentors and coaches and partners and so forth. Nothing wrong with getting someone to hold your hand as you begin the initial launch of your business or idea. But to live in that place of perpetually getting ready has become a place where most people find themselves forever. In some cases, they never get started. They never move into a place of doing. And I'm here to tell you, it's never going to be perfect. You will never start beautifully. And even if you do start beautifully, at some point you'll tumble. But that's something you want, because it teaches you what you still need to learn and how you can fine-tune things. And just recently, I had come across a situation with someone where our stuff wasn't going the way we wanted it to go, but we had to talk it out and fine-tune, and eventually, with patience and practice, we'll get it. We'll fall into our striding and do our lane, but we have to do it. So I'm here to tell you, begin. It's the only way you're going to get feedback about what has to happen next. Just start, just begin. You also have to begin even when you're not ready. Constant preparedness to get started does not make it so. Start when you're not ready. Start when you don't feel like starting. We always want to wait when it's a good day, when I'm excited, when I'm this, when I'm motivated. You get the motivation when you begin. Start when you are afraid. I've yet to meet anybody that starts things when they're not afraid. And there's some little bit of trepidation in them. They have butterflies in their stomach, stage fright, whatever it is. So do it afraid, do it messy, do it unprepared, do it haphazardly, not crazily or dangerously, although people do that too. But the point that I'm trying to get across to you is just begin. You need to take action, and continuous action. Action gives you feedback, and you need feedback. If the feedback is that you failed, you have feedback. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, found, about 2,000 ways that you can't make the light bulb? But he made it through sheer perseverance. Even after he's failed so many times. How many of us would have given up after maybe the first 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 times, and it's like, it's impossible, forget about it, right? Some of the best inventions over the last 2 centuries have been from people that said, there must be a way, and I'm going, and everybody else stood around and laughed and said it couldn't be done, and they didn't listen. And they started with no money, they started, everybody abandoned them, they just started, and that's the whole point. What is your dream? What are you still wanting to do with your life at any age, whether you're in your 50s like myself, or you're older or younger, it doesn't matter. What is it you're being called to do? Because you are being called to do something, yet you're stalling out. You found you're stuck in inertia. There's no need for that. I know it's scary, it's hard, it's frightening. People might laugh at you. People will say all manner of things about what you're trying to do and say it's impossible, and to give it up, go get a job, some people say at times. But you know what? You have to be sold on your dream. You have to know that that's the thing for you to be doing, regardless of what the rest of the world is saying or up to. The rest of the world can never know what's in your mind and in your heart. But you have to tell yourself, and you have to show yourself by beginning. You're worthy of starting the thing. You will get instant feedback. It may not be the thing. The timing might be off. The stars may not be aligned. I don't know. And neither will you until you start. And it doesn't matter what level. I'm not just talking to people who are, entry level at anything. These are even people that are experienced in accomplishing things but might have plateaued. They got cozy and comfortable. They made their million. They started the company and it's booming and rocking and rolling. But you know what? You're not done. You're not done. What else is in you to do? What else might upset your perfect little apple cart if you begin it or start or move to the next place? Sometimes success breeds comfort zones that make us get stuck again. We've all experienced that. We've come to a level in our life and we don't want to move because we fear messing up what we have. Our little perfect world might come tumbling down if we move too much, or if we try to do something different. But have we really come in just to create our little sandcastle and try to keep it in place all the time, or have we come to spiral up and keep creating and releasing, create, release, until we really are done, until we either wear out or rust out. A lot of people just want to stay in place and cozy up and wait for, I'm not sure what, the end. But if the end will come for each and every one of us. That's one promise, I can tell you that. But how will the end find you? Will the end find you just worn out and disillusioned? Or will the end find you rusted out and worn out because you had a great time creating, because you started something, because you began? So, I'm here to tell you, just start. Start messy, start afraid, start haphazardly, start unprepared, but just start, just begin. This is Pamela Silver, Mojo Maker, bringing you another hot Mojo tip. Subscribe to this YouTube channel or follow me at www.pamelasilver.com. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.